Okay, mindset needed to run a marathon. Now, without a doubt, if this is your first marathon or you're trying to run a PB for a marathon, without a doubt, you can do it. And I say that because people with much less ability, much less talent, much less time have been able to do it, and therefore you can definitely do it. It's just how you go about it and how you decide 100% that you're going to run a marathon and you're going to set a PB and you're going to run the fastest possible time that you can. The decision that you make, and then the discipline that follows that decision, and the discipline to get up, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week, to run, to do the training sessions, to implement the interval sessions, to do the speed work, to implement the long runs, to get gradually longer on the long runs so that you're building your stamina and endurance. Those are the important things, and the changes that you're going to go through as a marathon runner, that is not just trying to, whether you're trying to complete your first marathon or whether you're trying to go faster than you've ever gone before. Changes that you're going to go through is that you're going to try to do something that's difficult. It's difficult in a way that life is so convenient for us these days. If we need food, we go to an app. If we need shopping, we go to an app. If we need to buy some on Amazon, it's going to be delivered next day. Life is very, very convenient, very easy for us. Even the workplace is very easy. You're going to get an opportunity. If you're from a Western country and you're not living in a third world country, you're going to have an opportunity to work and to build a career. The chances are that you've had a free education, you've got healthcare in some way, shape or form, and that's probably free, especially if you're from a European country. Life is quite simple and straightforward. You don't have to do a lot just to stay on a straight path. So doing something like the marathon makes you grow as a person, because you know you're going to suffer. You know at some point in the race, it's not pain, unless you've done something wrong and you've injured yourself, or you've pulled a muscle or strained a muscle or a ligament or whatever. It's never pain. It's just a level of suffering, and we should embrace that. And actually if you look forward to it, it's a superpower. But if you embrace that and realize that at some point it's going to get tough and you're going to have to suffer, that's so much easier to deal with when it actually happens. And it's usually only in the last 10K or the last 6 miles or whatever you're counting in. It's usually only that last kind of third or that last quarter that gets difficult. But the planning and preparation that you need in order to run a marathon, and in order to run a marathon the fastest that you've ever run a marathon before, it's the discipline. It's learning to go slow and recover on easy days. It's learning that those days, the purpose of those days is to make you fresh and fit in order to run fast on the interval day, to build your speed and speed endurance, and build your stamina and endurance on long run day, and gradually increase the distance of that so that the marathon is manageable for you, and you're not just able to survive the distance, but you're able to race the distance, in terms of not race the race necessarily, but race to go for the time that you're aiming for. Whether that's 5 minutes per kilometer, 7 minutes per kilometer, 10 minutes per kilometer, it doesn't matter. It's you trying to be better than yesterday. And what I mean by that is, it's you trying to be better than you have been before and move forward with your life. And all those skills that you gain, like the discipline, the work ethic, what you put in, you get out. There's no kind of turning up to the marathon unprepared. It's like an exam. Like if you get there and you've not done the work, it's going to show. You cannot not do the work. So you've got to have the discipline and the work ethic in order to do the work, and in order to do the work over a 10, 12 week period. And before that, get fit, ready to start the training plan, so there's no shocks there in the training plan. So there's lots of factors that you need to get right. Added to that, it's some days you're going to wake up, it's raining outside, you don't really feel like it, but you've got a long run to do, and it's going to be a 2-hour long run that you've built up to. You've got to be ready. Like for me right now, I've got to go out and it's super hot. I've got to do that, and I've got to do that because I know that this small step, this recovery run today, makes tomorrow's session possible, and it makes the overall total volume of the week that much bigger, which improves my endurance and my stamina. And these things are super important for when you begin to when you begin to aim for larger things, so you okay, maybe you go for the marathon, maybe you get that sub 4 hour marathon, or that sub 5 hour marathon, or sub 3 hour marathon, and maybe then your next goal is, okay, I know what I've done, I know how to analyze my performance, I know what I did right, I know what I did wrong, I know where I could be better, and then you change, and you can, all those skills you can put into your life, and they are life skills. So you analyze your performance. What am I doing at work? What am I doing in my business? How can I be better? How can I make? If you look at it like the 80-20, what is the 20% of things that are really affecting my performance that I can do better? Usually with running, it's that speed work, it's that hitting it hard and doing the speed work at your top, at being fresh, doing it at your top level, so you get the super compensation as high as possible to do really well, and then hitting the long run and being able to push through the long run into that kind of past an hour and 15, past an hour and 30, towards the time that you're going to be on your feet for the marathon, so that there's no shocks on marathon day, there's no shocks on race day. You're prepared, you've prepared your body, you've got the speed work which makes you feel as if marathon pace is slower and you're in kind of second gear. And then you've got the resilience and the toughness, the robustness to push through when it gets tough and when you start to suffer. When you come out of the other side of that, you build a person that is able to problem solve on the go, that is able to, okay, you've got some kind of life problem, you've got kind of, you have to move out of your house very quickly because your landlord needs you to move out, and you've got a whole load of work to do within a week period or within a 2-day period. You're able to kind of dissect that and compartmentalize everything because you've got all those skills as a marathon runner. So it's like, okay, how do I do this? I need a bit of help, I need a couple of friends, and I need a van, and it's going to take me all of Sunday and all of Monday morning, so I'm going to need to take a day off work. But it's possible. You know that these things are possible because once you've run a marathon and you've gone through that suffering and you've gone through the hardship in order to complete and get to where you want to get to, you can implement that in absolutely everything that you do in life. If it's a work task, if it's trying to get that promotion, you know that you can break it down into smaller pieces, like your recovery runs, your easy runs, your strength training, your long run, your interval sessions. Break it down into easier tasks. You realize that it's going to take weeks and months in order to achieve, but every single task that you do is 1% closer towards your goal, and the combined total of completing all those tasks puts you where you need to be in PB shape or able to get that promotion, and then you're hitting it. And it's just that, everything that you learn in trying to be your absolute best marathon runner, or trying to be your best 5K runner or 10K runner, distance running, really shows you that you can achieve anything you really want to in life. It's just a case of pushing through and a case of thinking and analyzing your game. What do I need to do in order to make this work? It's really that simple, and it comes down to, in running, the discipline, as I said before, the work ethic. I'm going to do this. I know what I need to do. I've done the research. I've spoken to a coach. I need the recovery runs, I need the easy runs, I need the interval session, I need the speed work, I need the long run, ever increasing long run, and I need to realize that at some point in this marathon it's going to get tough, and that's when I need to kick in, and that's when I need to dig in and get it finished, because I'm somebody who gets stuff done. That's the most important. You want to be that, whether you're working for an employee or you have a business, and you have clients, you want to be that safe pair of hands that when it gets tough, you get things done. It's so important in life.